Your current workflow is dead. I know because I ran the same one for 2 years. Copying tutorials, making sci-fi stuff, but deep down, I keep asking myself what I'm actually going to do with these designs. They looked cool, they mean nothing. To make believable concept art, I need a real workflow. So I stopped copying and started studying how professionals actually design and how I could bring that into Blender. It changed everything. These are my recent projects. And honestly, the most surprising part wasn't the results. It was realizing how creative and skilled I already was. I just had the wrong system. So the question is, will you watch this and learn how it actually works? Or stay where you are and keep wondering why a skill never shows up in real projects? Step 1. Foundation. Let's go back to level 1. Forget your old artwork. You're new to this. You've got your computer and one question in front of you. What do I design? That's where it starts. The decision. I'm focused on weapon design, so I pick a pistol. Simple. But now, which pistol? There are dozens of types. So go to Google and search pistol types. And just pick the one from the list. Doesn't matter which, just pick. Now, download that image and that's your main reference. And it can apply to any gun. Now open Krita, drag and drop the image, create a new layer, grab the brush tool and paint the silhouette. Just a solid black shape of the design. No detail, just the form. Then you start playing. Extend a part, reshape an edge, add something, a scope, an attachment, anything. Test it, see what works. If it doesn't feel right, undo and try again. This is the reason we keep it as a silhouette. No detail means no confusion. Everything changes fast and clean. You're not redrawing, you're just exploring. And if your mind goes blank, go find a reference. Pick one feature you like and bring it to your sketch. That's it. That's the whole process. Next, refinement. Take a screenshot of your silhouette sketch and bring it to AI. I use Gemini. Now here's where most people go wrong. The prompt matters more than you think. First, ask for a detailed reference. Our sketch is just black silhouette. So tell that AI to use the shape as a base and build the surface detail on top of it. Real proportions, attachment at the right scale. You want something you can actually study and model from. And this one is important. Ask for semi-sci-fi, not full sci-fi. The moment you leave out that word, Gemini starts throwing in random glowing parts and floating objects. That makes no sense. Semi-sci-fi keeps it grounded. And lastly, give it a theme. Reference a game like Call of Duty Black Ops, Cyberpunk, anything with a strong visual identity. That one word tells the AI the era, the tone, the level of grit. It makes the output feel modern and real instead of generic. Put all of that together and the reference you will get back is actually usable. Last step before we jump into Blender. Extra references. Go and collect the individual parts. Scope, muzzle, magazine, whatever you add in your AI reference. Find real images of each one. It doesn't have to be realistic either. If you find a sci-fi pistol that has nothing to do with your design but has one interesting part on it, screenshot it. You can steal that idea. Just collect anything that catches your eye. That's the whole point of the step. At this stage, you can customize however you want. You can add a sci-fi scope, and if your reference have a 20 round magazine, you can change it to a different type like rounded magazine or whatever you could imagine. So the more creative you are with your concept, the better the result will be. But don't go too sci-fi. That's bad. Now, if you never really worked with guns before and you're not sure how parts fits together or how the mechanism works, there is a game called World of Guns. Not sponsored. I just genuinely use it. It shows you how each parts connect, how it moves, and how the whole things function. That kind of understanding changes how you model. YouTube works too. Search something like how to fit a scope or how pods works. Even 10 minutes of that will give you enough to move with confidence. Once you understand how things work, you're ready to build. That's the point number 2. Now open Blender and load your AI generated reference. Fix the alignment and start tracing the pods. I use the box cutter and tools. With that, I can trace each shape directly in empty space, which makes the blockout really fast. Once I'm done tracing, I confirm it and box cutter generate the shape for me. If you don't have a box cutter, you can try Carver, which is a free alternative, and also you can do the plane work, like generally you add a plane and then playing around with vertices, but in my opinion it's a bit of annoying and the workflow takes a lot of time. So generally you can go with Carver or box cutter because that's really quick and fun. The way I work, I break each pod separately and focus only on main shape. No bevel, no curves, no detail. Keep the blockout as simple as possible. One optional thing, if you want more precision, generate a top view of your reference using the same AI and load that into your scene too. It helps you to find the thickness of each pods. Personally, I find the eyeballing thickness pretty easy, so this is only if you want the extra accuracy. That's the blockout. But let me tell you why this is a better approach than starting with a cube and guessing your shape. First, proportion. This is the single most important thing that make your design looks real and usable. When you trace from reference, the proportions are already correct from the start. Second, angle and shape language. Tracing captures the rotation and the silhouette naturally, which makes way more sense visually than trying to eyeball it from nothing. Third, no confusion. You know exactly what you're building because the answer is right there in the reference. You're not guessing, you're translating. Once the blockout is complete, 3 rules follow. You probably heard of them: primary, secondary, and tertiary detailing. I've made a lot of videos on detailing in the past, so you can go check those out. But one thing I have to mention here is, remember those extra references you collected? When you get into detailing, load all them into PureRef. It's free, it's made for this, and it keeps everything organized in one place. Detail based on what you see in those images. That's what makes the design feel believable. You can even copy decals and text from your reference and implement directly into your model. That alone will take the realism to another level. So, by following this workflow, your design will getting better every single time. My first design looks good. Then I made a shotgun, which was 10 times better. Then I made a pistol, which was better than that. And my next project is going to beat the pistol. That's just how this works. Same approach every time. And I stay specific. Right now, my focus is entirely on weapon design. That's what I'm committing to. Not because I only model weapons, but because I'm giving myself a full season to master this one thing. Follow this workflow, post the result in my Discord. I want to see what you make. And if this helped you, drop a like and share your thoughts in the comments. That genuinely helps me keep making these. I'll see you in the next one.